If you've ever used a stroller, a wheelchair, or a walker, you already know the struggle, right? Your hands are full. Today, we're going to solve that. We're breaking down the absolute best umbrella holders out there to give you that hands-free protection you need from the sun and the rain.
And yeah, this really is the heart of it. If you've been in this situation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your hands are busy pushing, steering, or just keeping your balance. Trying to hold an umbrella at the same time is pretty much impossible.
But, this is so much more than just a little inconvenience. When you look at the numbers, you realize this is a serious public health issue. It affects millions of people, but for some reason, it's just hiding in plain sight.
Okay, let's start with this number, 2.7 million. That's how many Americans use a wheelchair every single day. For every single one of them, both hands are absolutely essential for getting around. This isn't a choice, it's a necessity.
And this problem? It's only getting bigger. By the year 2030, 1 in 5 Americans will be over the age of 65. Now that's the group at the highest risk for skin cancer. And they're also the most likely to use a walker, where again, both hands are needed for safety.
And when it comes to the little ones, the problem is even more critical. The American Academy of Pediatrics is super clear about this. Babies under 6 months old just can't wear sunscreen. So what's the only safe option for them? Physical shade. That makes a reliable umbrella on a stroller an absolute must-have.
So, if you've already tried to solve this, I'm going to guess you bought a cheap clamp online and got super frustrated. You are not alone. Let's get into exactly why those things just don't cut it.
It's like they all fail in the exact same ways. The flimsy plastic cracks the second a real umbrella meets a gust of wind. The clamps just slide right down any smooth metal tubing. They get rusty after being outside for a few weeks, and this is the big one. The vibration from just rolling down the sidewalk makes them loosen up and drop the umbrella. Now, you might be tempted to just toss a blanket over the stroller for some shade, but please don't. It can be incredibly dangerous. In just 30 minutes, the temperature inside can shoot up to 93 degrees Fahrenheit because it completely cuts off the airflow. That's a serious hazard for a baby.
So here's the bottom line. Those cheap clamps were never, ever designed for what you need them for. They're made to hold those tiny, flimsy little parasols, not a real heavy-duty UV umbrella that's actually going to protect you.
Okay, so what should you be looking for? Let's build a little shopping checklist together. These are the key things that separate a quality holder from all the junk you'll find online. First up, the material is everything. You want marine-grade aluminum so it doesn't rust after one rain shower. Second, that ball joint. It needs to be at least 1.5 inches wide. Anything smaller just won't be strong enough to hold a real umbrella as the sun moves. Third, and this is so important, measure the tubing on your device. The clamp has to fit. And finally, a tool-free option can be a total game changer, especially if you or a loved one has limited hand strength. All right, with that checklist in mind, we went ahead and analyzed the top contenders out there. Let's rank them, starting from the absolute worst and working our way up to the very best solution. Kicking things off at the bottom, we've got those generic screw clamps you see all over the internet. Honestly, don't even bother. They rust, they slip, they will fail on you. Coming in at number 3 is the Versabrella. Now, it's a bit of a step up since it comes with its own umbrella, but the canopy is tiny and the clamp gets loose while you're moving. It's fine if you're just sitting still, but it's not for a walk. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Our number 2 pick is the UV blocker stroller and wheelchair holder. Think of this as the workhorse. It's purpose-built, it's super reliable, and it's designed specifically for these devices. The real secret here is the mount. It uses a marine-grade aluminum U-bolt that just locks onto round tubing for this rock-solid, set-it-and-forget-it kind of fit. It's perfect for strollers and most wheelchairs. And when you pair it with a good UV umbrella, the protection is just incredible. We're talking blocking 99.97% of harmful UVA rays. This thing is not going anywhere. And that brings us to our number 1 pick, the UV blocker sports holder with the Tough Claw. This one takes the top spot because it has a truly universal fit and it's just incredibly easy to use. So what makes this one number 1? It's all about that Ram Tough Claw mount. You can literally install it in under a minute without any tools. And its special grip means it's not going to loosen up from vibrations when you're moving. That makes it the absolute perfect choice for walkers, for rollators, or really for anyone who wants to switch the holder between different pieces of gear. The takeaway here is really simple. If you're not sure which one to get, or you need that flexibility to move it from a walker to a beach chair, this is your answer. It is designed to fit just about everything.
Okay, to make this crystal clear, let's wrap up with our final actionable guide. This should help you match your specific device to the perfect holder, no guesswork needed.
It really is this simple. If you've got a stroller with round handles or a wheelchair with round tubing, get the stroller holder. If your wheelchair has flat armrests, there's a specific chair holder made just for that. And for any walker or rollator, the sports holder with the tough claw is without a doubt the way to go.
And really, that's what this is all about. With the right piece of equipment, you don't have to choose between your safety, your mobility, and protecting yourself from the sun and rain. You can finally have all three.
And that really leaves you with this final thought. Millions and millions of people face this exact problem every single day. So why has such a basic need for safety and protection been overlooked for so long?